What do you do when you've done everything you were supposed to, finished school, sent out resumes, stayed out of trouble, prayed, and still nothing's moving? This is my story, and maybe it's yours too. Well, I thought graduating college was supposed to feel like freedom, a new chapter, a launch pad into my purpose. But honestly, it felt like I stepped out of the classroom and into confusion. The day I walked across that stage, everyone clapped like I had made it. But deep down, I felt like the journey was just beginning, and I didn't even know the next step. After graduation, I sent out resume after resume, applied to internships, hit up old mentors. I prayed, fasted, believed, and then I waited and waited and waited. Each day that passed without a call back felt like rejection, and every time I received that "we've decided to move forward with other candidates" email, it hit like a gut punch. It wasn't just the lack of opportunity, it was the silence from God that messed with me. I'd wake up early and pray, "Lord, show me the next move." But the silence was loud. It felt like I was stuck in this in-between space. No longer a student, not yet in my career. No map, no instructions, just a dream and a lot of doubt. I started questioning myself. Did I choose the wrong major? Am I even good enough? Did I miss God somewhere along the way? The pressure was real. Watching friends post new jobs on LinkedIn, get married, move out, level up, while I was still in my childhood bedroom wondering what went wrong. Social media didn't help. I was seeing everyone else winning. One day I saw a classmate who barely came to lectures now working at a company I had applied to. Another was traveling the world sponsored by brands. Meanwhile, I was working part-time at a job I didn't even tell people about, just to keep my phone on. Comparison started to crush me, but one night something hit different. I was scrolling through my phone, frustrated, and I heard this whisper in my spirit, "You're not behind, you're becoming." It stopped me cold. I didn't fully understand it then, but those words would carry me through. Let me tell you what God started teaching me during the wait. First, waiting exposes your pride. I realized I expected God to move on my timeline. I thought my degree guaranteed me favor, but God had to humble me, show me that success without Him is empty. Second, waiting builds patience and trust. It's easy to say, "I trust God," when doors fly open. It's different when nothing's moving and you still worship. Third, waiting recenters your identity. I had to stop tying my worth to a job title or paycheck. I'm more than my LinkedIn bio. I'm a child of God, called even in obscurity. Finally, waiting teaches stewardship. In that season, I started budgeting better, building skills, volunteering, and serving at church. I didn't have a title, but I had a purpose. After what felt like forever, about 14 months, something shifted. It wasn't flashy, no dream job email, no recruiter sliding into my inbox. It was internal. I woke up one day and just felt peace. No panic, no pressure, just peace. Later that week, I got an invitation to help with a project at a local nonprofit. Not paid, not fancy, but I said yes. That yes opened another door, then another. 6 months later, I was offered a full-time role with a startup doing the kind of creative, purpose-filled work I always dreamed of. It wasn't what I had expected, but it was so much better, and I was ready for it, because the wait had changed me. To whoever's watching this right now, if you're fresh out of school, looking for purpose, trying to figure out who you are and where you're going, please hear this. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. God's silence is not rejection. His delay is not denial. You're not late, you're being aligned. Sometimes God will hold a door closed, not because He's cruel, but because He knows you're not ready, or the room isn't ready for you. He's protecting your future by preparing your character. So what do you do while you're in the waiting? First, stay consistent in your relationship with God. Pray, read, listen, even when it feels pointless. Second, keep building, keep growing, take free courses, learn new skills, start side projects. The waiting season is your prep ground. Third, learn to give. Find a way to bless others. Your purpose isn't on pause. You're still called to impact, finally. Be honest with God. He can handle your frustration. Don't let your frustration make you walk away. Now that I'm on the other side, I see it all so clearly. If God had given me what I asked for back then, I would have settled. Settled for something beneath my purpose. Settled before I was developed. Settled before I knew who I was. But the wait made me stronger. The silence made me still. The delay made me dependent on Him. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. So if you're in a season where it feels like God is saying, wait, I want you to know you're not alone. You're not forgotten. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Stay faithful. Stay hungry. Stay close to Him. Because when God says wait, it's only because what He's bringing you is worth the wait. This is for every person trying to make sense of the waiting period. Be encouraged. God's timing is perfect, and He's working even in the wait. If this story spoke to you, drop a comment below and tell me what you're believing God for. Let's build a community of encouragement. And if you haven't already, like this video, share it, and subscribe to Renewed Mind 369 for more real-life faith stories that will keep your spirit fed. Also, visit us at https://renewedmind369.com for access to more of our inspirational and motivational books, journals, and planners as well.